I think, okay, so maybe I'm not, okay, it's usually supposed to change video when someone's talking. So who do you
Okay.
see at the moment?
I see you, Rachel.
Okay,
And before it
perfect.
was all three of us.
Okay, perfect. So you should see all three of us on the top, and then whoever's talking in the moment gets the screen.
Right.
Okay, yay. Hi.
Hi. Well, right
Yay.
now, I don't see you both, though. I only see myself.
Okay, because you're talking. So
Okay, gotcha.
so that would be normal, I hope. I don't know. We'll figure this all out as we go.
Well, hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So I've been watching you guys since the beginning,
Hi.
and you guys have like the best love story ever.
Oh, thank you.
And I just love all your posts and when you guys go live. And I sent in a question on the Gmail.
I've got a lot of emails from lots of different people, and I thought rather than go through them, we could just
Yeah.
get you.
We're good. Ask away. We've got time.
Okay. Well, the first question was when Jon and you are united in the United States, will you guys have another wedding so that your family can be there?
Yes. Yes, we will. That is the plan. Since my oldest daughter, Ella, couldn't be at our original wedding, Jon came up with the idea that Ella's going to plan it all. If she wants me to wear like some zigzag polka dotted dress, I will. She plans the colors, she plans the dress, she plans everything. That's
Wow.
yeah. Anyway, but it could be so bad. But yes, absolutely. We are legally married, so like it won't be like an American legal wedding because it's already said and done.
Right.
Another ceremony.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the couples have done that.
It makes sense. I don't expect, as much as I wanted my family to come to England, it's not.
Right.
So absolutely when, and I say when because it has to happen, when
Yes.
Jon comes here, we will have another ceremony.
Right. I believe it'll happen. I know it'll happen.
I thought it'd be really nice for Ella to just be involved and plan it and decide it,
Yeah.
She was really upset that she couldn't be there. She was
right. That's what I was thinking when I, was thinking of the question. Because I know that you guys had family on video.
Yeah.
But not having your other daughter there is a big thing.
Yeah, it broke my heart.
I think people think that, like, I don't have a relationship with Ella, that I don't know her, even though I've been in her life for 3 years. Like, her not coming to the wedding wasn't good. It wasn't nice. Like, we both wanted her to be there. And so we're going to make the other wedding all for Ella. Like,
and I can't hang all of my amazing wedding pictures in the living room. I can't hang them where she can see them. I'm sorry, my cat's crazy. I can't hang them where I can see them because it's just me and Jon and Lucy, and she's not involved. And it really sucks. So yeah, that is the plan. And Laurel, yes, we can see your chat. So sorry.
I understand what you're saying. It would be so sweet when that time comes, I'm sure, for her.
Yeah, she's gonna love it so much. She loves Jon. She loves it.
Yeah.
Like, she tells Jon jokes every day. We do Mad Libs at night. She's even read in bedtime stories. We play board games.
Every night I pretend I got bad signal, and after Ella has a shower, me and Rachel have a phone call, and then Ella comes out, and I'm like, Ella, and I'm like, Rachel, have you got me on speaker? Rachel, have you got me on speakerphone? Ella, and she's like, what? And I'm like, hey.
Because you know the Rihanna songs. I'm not home, but Ella.
Like her every day.
So you have a good relationship. Yeah, you're building a relationship even though you haven't seen her.
Well, Jon and I have been together for almost 3 years.
Right.
And
me and Rachel have
been a part of that from the start. Now she's never met him physically, but I didn't meet him physically for over 1.5 years, and I still fell in love with him. You know what I'm saying? So there's still a bond you can make with him.
Yeah. Well, it was all on the Smule, correct? Yeah.
Eventually, and then it moved on to Instagram. That's when we did video chats, and then.
But yeah, we've got a real relationship, me and Rachel, even though we're here. And me and
Oh yeah, I see it. I mean, a lot of people
me and
see
Ella
it.
have a real relationship, like a real relationship that's built up slowly from getting to know each other, from humor, from I didn't know little girls tell such boring ass long stories, and she's told me everything,
Homework.
everything. She's told me everything, everything,
Oh,
the longest stories you could ever imagine, and I love it.
So I
oh,
love
I'm
that
sure
question.
you
Did you have another question?
do. Oh boy, I don't know. So, what kind of work, John, are you interested in doing when you do come to the States?
To be honest, this is the truth. I've got 3 years before I get
Yeah,
to America. Now, when I
right.
get to America, there is no fucking way.
Homework.
There is no, I'm being quiet. There is no
Yeah,
way. I'm going to wake up before Rachel gets up in the morning, get in a car, drive for 2 hours, go work for someone else, sweat, bust my ass all day, run the risk on the road just to come home
right,
after Lucy and Ella have gone to bed so I can spend an hour with Rachel and then go to sleep. That's not in my plan.
right.
Is to
I agree with you.
learn a lot over the next few years. And when I get
Mhm.
to America, be in a position that we can work from home. And
Yeah, that sounds good.
we can have the kids home early, and you know, that's what my plan is when I get to America. I'm
Right.
just
So, aren't you
a 2 hour.
aren't you doing that kind of stuff at home already? Are you trying?
Yeah. We're doing training courses. Well, I'm doing training
You've been,
courses. We're
yeah,
learning
you've been
how to
doing
go,
stuff.
but I couldn't imagine all this effort to get to America just to leave Rachel for 10 hours a day. I'm not saying
Right.
to be glued at the hip, but I want to be in front
Hey,
of our
welcome to America.
welcome to America.
America.
Holiday a year. No thanks.
Well,
No, I think that sounds really good. I don't blame you for that. Commuting is
That's
the
our
best.
plan. Like that's our plan to get in a
Yeah.
position where we can spend as much time together as we can.
Oh, definitely. And what about traveling? Where would you like to go?
Not
I don't
in,
know, Rachel, if you can leave the state with Ella.
Michelle, I think I sent you a message. I didn't mean to do that.
no, I'm not into it. Like, to be honest, I'll go sit in the desert with Rachel, or we can go to Walmart. I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah. Okay. You know, some people are like, oh, I want to go to this state and I want to go check this
Like,
out.
You know what? I don't have anyone to go do fun things with. Like once in a while, I find someone to go do something fun with me.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like my sidekick. Like,
Oh,
John,
yes,
we're gonna go
definitely.
here. We're gonna do
yeah,
this.
I just found out New Mexico has the Apache Observatory, and you can go there and look at stars.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've heard of
Where
that.
I go.
So I want to take my kids to these amazing places. I found, God, now I forget what they're called, but like old homes they made with mud and
Yes, I know what you're talking about. I
I'm
New
don't
having
remember
a
what
moment.
they're called.
And I want the ruins. So they have
The ruins,
so
yes.
many ruins here, and there's one like 30 minutes away, and I know I'm sorry, like 15 minutes away, but that one's not all that impressive. But there's one like an hour away, and I want to go, but I don't want to drive an hour by
Outside.
myself and two children in the back
Right,
seat. So
right.
I
You're gonna wait
can't
for me.
wait to get him here.
Exactly.
You're gonna wait for
And
me.
yeah,
Of
totally.
course.
And I want to explore all this stuff. So
Oh,
Right. Now, how far away? Because I don't know much about that West Coast area. I've only been to Colorado, but like, how close are you to like California, San Francisco, that area?
I don't know, I've never actually driven, but I think
not worth
probably
it.
be looking about day and a half, 2 days driving.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
You
okay.
get a flight there. It's too far to drive.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't look it up, so that was kind of a crazy question.
not really. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much, Michelle, for being our guinea pig.
You.
I can't think of anything
Chit
else.
chat
we
with
can do.
us.
Yeah, I love you guys. You guys are the
Thank
best.
you so much.
That means a lot. That means a lot. So thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Yeah, no, it's good what you guys are doing with like online like this. I know with the Instagram things, you guys have gone through a lot of craziness, and it's just awful. It's awful.
Yeah, people are
Not fair.
cruel. I mean, I knew people were gonna be mean, but Dang, I had no idea how deep
Right.
it's really gonna be. So,
I know. I don't know if you, I follow John Yates. I know you guys talked to him, but he's been going through a lot of stuff, I guess.
yeah, so once you get your name out there in your face, like people will hunt down your personal life, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
they have way too much time on their hands.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love
feel
John.
for the guy.
You love
He
John.
just moved to Nebraska, and it's like
Yes,
he's
he
going through.
did, and he promised me that he's gonna come see me. So,
Yeah.
yep.
Let's let's.
Laurel, I think it's Laurel's turn. She says she looks like
Okay.
me,
Oh,
but
okay. Well,
that's why
thank you,
we're
Michelle.
here.
It's been lovely to meet
Oh,
Thank you,
thank you.
Michelle.
Nice
Thank you
meeting you.
so much.
So
Okay.
I'll be able to still listen in.
Yeah, I'll
Aw,
put
you're
you back to
sweet.
attendance, and then we'll see how that goes.
But we don't know what we're doing, so I don't know how to
Don't know
get
what we're doing.
someone else
I
on.
might
John,
hang up on you
call
and you're gone. All right, bye.
All right,
Bye.
bye. Thank you.
So much. Bye.
Oh,
Oh, that was nice.
right. Who
What?
got
I
next,
really
right?
see.
Who?
Laurel.
Hello, Laurel.
Like a mess, but Laurel that I do all the time.
Oh,
Laurel, hi. You're muted, by the way.
hello.
I can't hear you. So if you can find the unmute button, that would be perfection. Shelly is next because I see her hand.
Can you
We
hear me
hear
now?
you.
Oh
Hi.
my god,
Laurel.
I am such a mess.
Don't worry about it.
Me. I don't have a
You
beard.
still
You look
see.
beautiful. You're
Aw,
fine.
I'm telling you, I love you guys so much.
Oh, thank you.
You guys are the best story. Yeah.
We just call it life.
How many days now before you get to see each other?
Like,
I leave in 20 days. No,
I
granted,
know because you had your countdown.
I know. I leave May
No.
29th. I just looked at the date. It's the 9th. Like, oh, mind blown. 20 days. I leave. I get there on the 30th. So I'm leaving
On the
it's
29th.
Wednesday afternoon. And so I get there on that Thursday.
you're leaving in
Wow.
19.
No,
that's
baby.
That's what I saw.
Technically,
before.
I think our time frame, baby, is wrong. You need to put.
I'm in the next day.
I know, and you're like
Yes.
way ahead of yourself because we're 7 hours different. So it's still the 9th here. For you, it's the 10th, but for me, it's still the 9th. So I'm leaving in 9 days.
Oh.
You're leaving
20 days, not 9.
You're going to go through a time warp.
I know. We
Yeah.
do it every day. So how are
So,
you, Laurel?
How old is Lucy now? I've
Lucy
watched her
can-
grow up.
I know. People say that, and it kind of blows my mind that people are watching her grow up. I'm like, oh, yeah. She
Really,
turned
because
2 on April 1st.
She turns 2.
She already
Oh.
turned 2. She's 2 years and 1 month and 8 days.
I gotta go for a
She
week.
is so adorable.
Great. I know.
Sorry.
Now, I don't want to be like,
Really sorry. I got a weak bladder.
go. pee.
I'm recording this.
Go, baby. Go. Men, we
He's so
swear.
funny.
I
And
know.
when you're telling him not to swear or anything, I thought that was so funny.
Well,
Because
okay, so yes, so when I first got there, Lucy was just this little thing with a big head. You know, she didn't know what was happening, and
Mhm.
that. When I knew that when I left because she was 8 months new the first time.
Mhm.
So the second time I was planning on going there, I'm like, John, she's gonna start learning words. You have to. The English, they cuss all the time. It's like fish drinking water. It's just it happens, you know. And I'm like, okay, babe, this is our cultural difference here. Like, you gotta work on your language. And he doesn't realize half the things he's saying. So I said, okay, you've got 6 months of homework. Hi, babe. I'm like, this is your homework. You have 6 months. And so like homework has become our thing. We're all hashtag homework.
Homework.
He's failing at this class. So,
So what?
No, it's funny because so many of my friends, I was in the construction business a lot as an administrator. Construction men say words that I have no clue. They're so bad, I don't even know what they mean. So I am so used to that when you're telling, shh, that's like I don't even think about it.
Homework. It's been like
Yeah.
2 years. Homework.
No, I understand. understand that you don't want Lucy to learn those.
Well,
Which
and my
is-
oldest as well. I mean, it becomes a certain
Yeah.
age where it's
I
okay.
think it's much better if kids get all the way to adulthood and not know what bad words are.
It's
Yeah,
not that
that's
John.
how I
It's just
was.
extremely tacky when like a 2-year-old's going around saying the F bomb. F.
Yeah.
Like it's just not. It's not okay. I had a
My
friend I went to high school with. Her. She said it was funny when her 4-year-old or 3-year-old cussed someone out. I was like, what? Like
Yeah, no.
it's not classy. I don't know. Kind of wrong.
See, I was raised that way. My parents never swore around us, but once I got, like I said, into the construction industry where I was around all the workers, I really learned to speak that language.
Well, I just
So-
turned 35 on Monday, and to this
Oh,
day, my dad.
That's right.
Thank you. So to this day, at 35 years old, if my dad slips with a word, he apologizes. I'm like, Dad,
Oh,
it's
that's so
okay.
sweet.
It's
That's
just
so
funny. Like
sweet,
that's
though.
kind of how I was raised too. Maybe it's a raising thing. I don't know.
I was
So-
raised with cigarettes and cider.
England.
There you go. But
So
you know
Laurel,
what's so
did you
cool?
have a question?
Actually, I was just wondering, do you have any idea? I heard John say 3 years. Is that how long it's going to take before you can get him here?
Yeah.
Aw,
That's
that
one of the
so
worst.
sucks.
It does so suck.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm waiting for a passport-like photo to show up in the mail because we have to get that to send in
Mhm.
to them, and it's still not here. So that's the
Mhm.
last piece that I'm waiting for, and then we file with the lawyer. The first initial file, they make a decision, and that decision is probably going to be you need a waiver. Now, excuse me, that decision isn't going to come for about 14 months. So we have to wait. That's the first half of it, 14 months. And 99% chance it's going to be you need a waiver, which is like asking the U.S. for forgiveness for his past.
I forgive.
I forgive him too.
We're all that matters.
Yes.
You're,
So
you're
after that,
and
we
you
file
just
for
need
the
a
waiver. Yeah. So after that, we file for the waiver, and then we're looking at another year and a half for a final answer.
So,
So
yeah,
the worst
about 3 years.
scenario is it doesn't come at all. Second worst case scenario is a lot of people, oh, he's coming back. John, you're muted. A lot of people find us boring because we don't have that drama. But when we were contacted and asked if you'd like to be on the show, I was like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah, we're not.
I've been watching this show from season 1, episode 1, and we don't have that kind of drama. And they said that's exactly what we want you. And unfortunately, people only watch the show for train wrecks, and I think we're one of the very few couples who didn't give that
Yeah.
drama. And I think it worked out. We have much more love than hate. So we really appreciate it when people like you come along and say that, you liked our story, and
It
so
is.
supportive, and it means a lot.
It's real. That's the difference because so many of them you can spot immediately. It's like somebody scripted it for them. And I don't know. There's so many of them now, but yours was the one that always stuck in my mind because you, like I said, you guys were the only ones that seemed real and not just for somebody to get over here.
That means a lot. Thank you. I mean, it's clear. Like, he's English. He's not like from.
Well,
I would love to go to England.
I was just
England
gonna
is on
say,
my-
like, I think the problem is everybody knows someone who's attention seeking, who does stuff to shock people, who, has, ulterior motives, everything they does, try to manipulate people. There's lots of people that have bad relationships or relationships that are based on other things than love. And these people, when they get an opportunity and they
I
know,
have to he. I'm sorry.
when they get opportunity,
It's my turn to we.
when they have an opportunity and they know the more outlandish they can be, the more outrageous they can be, equals more airtime and more money and more fame. Those people is gold for TV because they'll do anything. You know?
Yeah, of course. But that's what made you guys different. It's because you weren't like
Made us
that.
boring.
You know, I mean, you're right though. The drama.
But
Oh
this,
my God.
the thing is, I punched somebody in the face a decade ago. Since then, I slapped somebody with an open hand, and then I got into a fight with a bouncer. Like, that's the 3 convictions I've had as an adult, right? They're not bad. I've never beat my girlfriend up. I've never robbed a house. I've never done drugs. I'm not like, it's just what happened, right? It's just
You're
right?
not a criminal.
But people message me and go, yeah, you're a violent criminal. You shouldn't be.
Oh.
I'm like,
No.
I didn't kick dinner off the table.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a donkey.
I haven't thrown a shoe. I haven't thrown a shoe at my girlfriend. We never had an argument. I never made Rachel cry. Like, we are like the least volatile relationship. It doesn't matter.
But people who watch the show watch it for the drama. I think we may have signed up for the wrong TV show.
I don't watch it for the drama.
But here's the thing, though.
I did. That's the thing. I've been watching the show long before I knew Jon existed. And when we finally, made it official, I was like, babe, I'm watching this show now. It's called 90 Day Fiance. And I'm like, it's so weird. We're in the same position. So he started checking things out on YouTube, and then they contacted us. And I'm like, this is really strange. It was like, it was very weird.
They contacted you.
They contacted us. We've had a long distance Instagram and Facebook account long distance relationship accounts on Instagram and Facebook, following other long distance relationship couples.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a support group, and when you're in this type of relationship, you kind of need that.
Especially when all your friends and family and everyone around you goes, but it's not a real relationship.
Right. And so that's that support, like people who understand. It became very important, and they found us on Facebook and messaged us and asked if we'd like to be a part of it. So we eventually agreed, and here we are.
Well, they didn't have any idea we were going to be like not toxic or not like.
No, they did, because that's the first thing I told them is like, guys, I've been watching this from season 1, episode 1, and we're not like that. We're not going to do this.
No, but what I mean is when they filming, they don't know what they're going to film when they start filming.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah, they just let it run, and we were just ourselves, and it was easy. Like,
here we are.
Here we are.
I think
you.
It was so funny what you said a few minutes ago, Dawn, about kicking over the dining room table and throwing the shoe. I know exactly what you're talking about. And
but here's the thing: people are messaging me. People are telling me that I'm a psycho with a violent criminal past. I've never been to jail. I told the judge why I punched him in the face, and the judge let me go home. Like,
I live in South Florida. I live in Fort Lauderdale, which is practically Miami. People shoot each other every day. I mean,
I heard a statistic today that May? There are over 120 deaths in Albuquerque alone. From
listen to this, Rach.
wow.
Listen to this. This is where
I can't remember. It's either death or shootings or both.
This is where the culture's different, right? I've been on the floor and been stamped on by a group of guys, and I fought my way back up, and then I went home, right? Right?
They wouldn't even for that.
In America, if a person fears that they're in danger for their life, they could pull out a gun and shoot someone in the face. That's legal, right? But in the UK, people just
to an extent, babe. Like, you don't know.
What I mean is, what I'm trying to say is, you take guns away.
Like, okay, and I'm not gonna say why, but I happen to know a lot of gun laws. And if someone's running away from you when you shoot them,
yeah, if you're getting your face stamped on, Rachel, you can take your gun out and shoot them in the face.
Yes,
right?
I know that.
So what I'm saying is here in the UK, we don't have guns. I've never been scared about being shot. but I have been in fights where I had a friend that got stabbed to death. Like, people get killed here, right? But it's only a tiny amount. Like, so here, people just fight and then they go home. Like, it's not a problem.
It's like how it used to be here. It was those, let's take this outside, and whoever
Now,
was left
people are so
standing, it was
scared.
like,
When they
Yeah,
get
and then weapons were involved, and then it became a coward's game.
yeah, and
yes,
then
that's exactly.
yeah. So it's just different. So although people think, oh my God, he's a criminal, he's been convicted, he's violent, I just think
No.
I've never used a weapon. I've never kicked anyone. I've never done anything. I just have fights with men. Like, what's
Yeah, but that's like exactly what Rachel said. It used to just be you take them out, and now it's a game of cowards. And that's just like
stuff.
it's just different cultures. Like in America, I'll be too scared to beat my horn.
you have
And I told him that. I told him not. Okay, I'm driving in the car, riding in the car, because I won't drive in England because that's weird because they're all opposite. But I'm in the car and John's all beep beep. I'm like, let's do that in America.
Yes, it's true.
Beep beep, get out of the way. Get out of the way, Belen.
We were filming. No, you can't. Thank you, Laurel. We were filming, right? And somebody had music on in their home, and the sound guy's like, "Hold on, I hear music, and it's disturbing the feed." And then so he goes, "I know, I'm good, right?" So then he goes, taps on the freaking window of this man's home. All of us Americans huddled together. We were terrified. We're like, someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna die. And when it turns out, he's like, "Hey, mate, would you mind turning the music down? We're filming." And he's like, "Well, sure, mate." Like, cheers.
Cheers.
And that's
They're
England.
decent people.
Yes, but you say that to someone here, you're dead. Like,
Exactly.
to
And
understand
the road rage is incredible, and
It's
especially
bad.
down here in South Florida.
So and it's different. Like I'm used to people beeping their horns and go, yeah, what? They swear at each other and then they go home. Like, there's no problem.
Well,
This is our cultural difference. This is why I'll be driving for a very long time.
You can get a bicycle with a little bell. Ring, ring, ring,
Yeah,
ring.
it's gonna be on a bike. Like, John, take your bike. I'm out.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know if they'll
different.
ever be able to drive.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's different.
It's different
where
there.
you are.
Like, I
Oh,
would go to England and I'd be afraid to honk at people, but it's totally fine there. People honk all the time. So that's the difference there.
it is different.
I don't know how we got on this subject. Shall we? So, Laurel, thank you so much. Even though you
Oh my
think
God,
you look
I
a mess
can't
and you
believe-
don't, you're absolutely beautiful. FYI.
It
So,
has been
thank you.
a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
This is going to be so memorable. And listen,
Oh, thank
you
you.
guys just continue and hang in there. You're going to do it.
We have no other choice, so we're good.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you back,
Okay,
but
take
stay around.
My mom's calling. 1 second. But bye, Laurel. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Laura.
Bye,
Hi,
Dawn.
Mom.
Bye.
Hi. Can I call you later?
Hey, Mum.
Yeah. Oh, John says hi. We're doing a live thing right now, and so you're live. My mom says hi. She says hi, John, and bye bye. All right, I love you. Bye. Okay, so shall we? Mara is raising hands. So Shelly, it's Shelly. If you can raise your hand and join the chat somehow again, we'll try that again right after Mara. So let's talk to Mara. Mara's.
Guys, this is the first time we've ever tried this. So
Muted, by the way, unmute. It seems like everyone who joins us is muted immediately.
yeah, I've just unmuted. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Where'd you go?
Oh, there you are.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Well, guess what happened while you've been chatting with everyone else? It
Oh,
was
no,
very
what?
interesting. My sink overflowed.
Oh, no.
This is life in the real world. So
Yes, it is.
I really can't talk to you right now because
Oh, God. That sucks. I'm so sorry. All right, you go take care of that, and we'll do this again. Join us again later when your sink is fixed.
I can tell you though that when I said wave my hand and then you spoke to me, I didn't have to change anything or push any buttons to have audio.
Oh.
Okay.
So I think when they first log in, there's
They mute
a
it.
couple buttons you can click, and you can actually click off your audio. And I think that might be what's happening to your other folks.
Maybe.
Well, guys.
I'm a retired techie, aren't I?
Oh, you are. You're going to be my best friend. I've never used this. This is our first time. This is good, though, isn't it? We should do this more often, Rachel.
Yes, we should. Yes, we should.
This is amazing.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. I'm really glad to get to see you both and see what's happening with you. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Help me with my toilet, and I'll be thrilled. But
Oh,
anyway,
God. Best of
we're
luck
going
to
to work
you.
on this problem. But about 5 months ago, we only had this house 3 years, and we had this problem. And they went in to clean the septic system out, which John's probably not familiar with. And
Right.
it was packed with condoms, but they weren't mine.
You got boys.
No,
You got
I
sons.
can't
Tell
see,
you how
like,
gross that is.
my shocked
boys.
face right now, but I'm a little bit shocked by condoms of all
Yeah, and
things.
it was a doctor that owned this house before.
Oh, come on. Did anyone
I
press
know.
charges against
I
that guy?
know, but we got a
Like,
bunch of
these
pictures.
charges
Got a big
need to
kick
be
out of
pressed.
it, so.
That's funny.
Well, let's not hope that's what it is now, because it surely isn't me.
Yikes.
That's funny.
Okay, kids. Well, I'm gonna let someone else chat with you, and best
Thank
of luck to you both.
Bye. Thank you.
Ukulele on.
Ukulele on. Thank you.
Ukulele on.
I
All
don't
right.
know how to sign out.
No, I
I
don't.
didn't either.
Let's figure this out. Disconnect out.
No, you disconnect. Change that.
Oh, okay. All right. We have a whole 5 attendees. 6. Okay. Carol. Carol, can you raise your hand?
We have Catherine.
Yeah. Oh, ooh, look.
This is Carol Pinnock's question. What made you decide to put your daily routine on social media and continue after the show?
The show did.
No, why do we continue on social media after the show finished? Is that right, Carol?
Okay, my personal opinion in that is that we have so much love and we have so many people wanting to follow the rest of our journey, the rest of our story, our fairy tale. And they're already invested. And so at this point, it wouldn't be fair to just like cut it, like ta-ta. And to be honest, anyone in a long distance relationship needs that support. And we have so much support. It is ridiculous. Are you joining someone else at the same time?
No.
Are you testing the waters here? I see Shelly and Carol. Hi, Shelly.
Wait. Shelley, Rachel, finish answering the question.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Shelley.
So I personally feel like it would be unfair at this point for so many people who are invested in our relationship to just say, okay, ta-ta, how many people are you joining? You cannot distract me with stuff. I'm like, ooh, bird. And then I just drift.
And another question, Rachel. How long were you talking and videoing before you decided to do the 90-day fiance? Was a route in order for you to go. And fiance was in order for you to go. I think she's saying how long were we a couple before we decided to go on the show?
Well, we talked for 6 to 8 months before we decided to become an official couple.
Yeah, we were singing buddies.
We were singing pals. Yeah, in the band, cool.
Basically, I fell in love with a woman, and I decided I was going to make her my wife. I just needed her to like me, make friends with me.
I was like, yeah, sure.
Lie to me.
Wait, Carol.
Are you able to hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah.
Hi. Shelly, hold on. We've been working on Carol for 20 minutes. Hi, Carol.
Hi.
Those are your 2 questions, and you've
I'm
got
so
one
excited.
question left about me getting to the US.
Oh my God. Yeah. So can I say that I, as an American, would absolutely love to have you here. My husband is English.
Oh.
And long story is my previous ex-husband was English as well. It's coincidence. It's not just that. It's not. It's not just the voice.
But the voice does help, not gonna lie.
It does just a bit, yeah.
You nodding, Shelley.
Sorry, Shelly. I just like been dying to talk to you because all the places that you visited and following your Instagram, I'm absolutely in awe because these are all the places that I've been to
Are
and
you
I
following the
absolutely
database?
love. And I love the fact that you two have found each other.
Thank
This
you.
is just amazing. You give the show so much hope.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
so glad, Carol, you got to come on and flatter me because I got a big grin. And the thing I love more than anything in the world is our relationship. And when someone loves our relationship, it just makes me glow. I love it.
We do. So I think we're the rest of us is that we're hoping that when you finally do come to the United States that you're not going to stop letting us see what's happening with you
Oh
guys.
no, there's not a chance. And I think that's something that we were just talking about. It is like there are so many people invested. Like, granted, I'm invested in my marriage, right? So there are so many
Absolutely.
other people who have been there from the start who watched like he got denied, but we got married anyway, and now what? And it would be really rude if we just said, okay, fine, and just like close everyone up.
But me and Rachel, the reason we call it Follow Our Fairy Tale isn't because of the rainbows and the puppies, like when people talk
Right.
about a fairy tale romance, right? I Googled why can't two people that are in love be together? And it said, this is a perfect plot for Oh, shut up. It says this is the perfect.
Google starts talking even when he.
It said this is the perfect plot for any love story or fairy tale. And it said get two people and keep them apart, and no matter how hard they try, almost keep them apart, right? And then there was a section underneath talking about twin flames, and it said sometimes it's rare two people just find each other, but they need to work to get together, and it would be the best union that you could ever imagine.
Oh, absolutely.
So I messaged Rachel. I was like, Rachel, I know why. I know why we're struggling saving. I know why your car broke down when we saved. I know why we had to get rid of the flights. I know why my visa was denied. Look at this. And we were like, yeah, that is us. And fairy tales aren't about the happy ever after. Fairy tales are about all the obstacles in between.
To get
the dragon,
happily ever after.
The witches. And
Absolutely.
then at the end, they get to live happily ever after. And so in my head, I kind of thought we share our fairy tale, we share our problems, and we share our obstacles. But when I get to America and we get to live happily ever after, I don't think that's a story. I don't think there's nothing to share.
Oh, but it's gonna be because we're gonna make it a story.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So in my head, I always thought that when I get to America and we get our little, because we've been making little love books, and we get there and we shared our story. Then we can close the book and we can just put on our social media and they live happily ever after, the end.
Yeah. You can close your book. I'm going to keep making my book. And I will read my book and I will show my book and I'll make more books.
But the mundane, that's what we're looking for. We're looking to be together so we can wake up, have food, clean the house, do some
washing. And you know what? Then we can make like amazing YouTube videos of me yelling at you because the dishes were put in wrong. Right? Right? Because that's how we are, like OCD about our dishwasher and the laundry wasn't folded the right way. And it's going to be amazing YouTube TV, right?
That's why we started, and that's why we started Follow the Fairy Tale.
I see you nodding. I see you over
That's
there.
why we started Follow Our Fairy Tale before the show even contacted us, because we were like, this is unreal. We saved £400, and then Rachel's car window broke, cost $400 to fix. And then we saved £700, and then
a bolt, guys, a bolt. It's probably this big.
And then
my window just happened to break too.
A bolt? The most expensive bolt you've ever seen.
Yeah, $300.
And we felt like everything was against us. Like we'd get so far, and then the universe would chuck something in the way, and it just felt like we were swimming against the tide.
Right.
And
okay. So we can talk about
that's why I think we want to end. Like I just want to have my happy ever after. I just want to have my mundane, my normal.
So I do want to put this out there. Since TLC has not renewed us for anything, I have decided Not yet. Maybe. I mean, we got
Okay.
a 3-year waiting period. There's nothing to film right now.
Fingers crossed.
So be it. Whatever. So what we decided to do is make our own TV show just on YouTube, right? Like air like 30 minutes. Like, okay, so we'll film our entire thing. It'll be really like cheesy because we'll have right here and our phone right here, and we're doing this and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
we want to carry on sharing our journey.
but we're not. It's not going to involve the unnecessary drama. So a lot because we don't have that.
Love that.
Yeah, so we'll air it on YouTube. We're hoping because I'm only there for 8 days this time. It's not a long time. I know it
No,
sucks.
it's
It's
not.
12-hour journey with a toddler for 8 days. Like, what? Not cool. But I still have a full-time job and I have an older daughter I have to get back to, you know?
Yes.
So anyway, we're gonna make the best of it. We're gonna try our darndest to make like as many videos as we can to kind of make like a
Yeah, like
guys can follow up with
video
us.
of us cooking together, and then we can have another video of playing some stuff with Lucy. Then we can have one night where we go out on a date night, and we can share little parts of our lives, and we're gonna share that. Lucy's getting bigger, and that's what
Yes,
we're
she
gonna do. And doing little things like this where we get to speak to people is going to be another part of us sharing our lives, because we do this anyway. Like, this is our life. So that's it, Carol. That
Yeah.
is us. Thank you for being such a lovely supporter and follower.
Oh, absolutely. I love watching you guys. I love following you. I love everything just about
Oop.
what you have to
There we
say.
go. Even the cussing, even when I cuss at trolls and haters.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Good.
I'm used to it.
With the
I'm so used to it.
everybody loves so much.
Rachel, say goodbye to Carol.
I
We're
am
gonna
so used to it.
Well, maybe if they weren't see you next
So,
Tuesday,
hey.
they wouldn't be called see you next Tuesday. You know what I'm saying?
Rachel.
Well, so next June, July, we are going to be in England again. So I will hit you up.
Oh,
So you need to come
I can't.
because we will find you.
Rachel,
We're
can
going to be
we
in
go, mate?
Penzance. We're going to be in Penzance and Truro.
Oh, Penzance. I love Penzance.
Oh my god, that's gonna be. Oh, I love that.
That's where you were.
Yes, yes. I swear to God, that's like.
We'll be there.
Yeah, it's like. Have you been there before?
Oh, yeah. My mother-in-law lives there.
Oh my God, it's like a scene of Game of Thrones.
I know. You're talking
it's
about
right over Cornwall.
I was for the first time in my life. Okay, John proposed at King Arthur's freaking castle, right? Like, who does that?
Tintagel's amazing.
I called it Tintagel, but they didn't air it. It was so funny. Anyway, I was looking in the distance, and there was a freaking waterfall coming off of like rocks and stuff. I was
It's
like,
magical.
it was
It's
magical.
absolutely magical.
That was out of a freaking dream.
It's
Oh my God.
absolutely magical.
Ugh.
And if ever I could meet the two of you, and especially there, do you know how amazing that would be?
You can go in
That
May
would
or
be fantastic.
December. We will
Well,
meet.
we're gonna be at Stonehenge for the winter solstice. It's up to you.
always
Oh,
December's every.
oh, that
December.
would be good. Oh, that would be really
So
good.
awesome. That was the first time, obviously, I've ever been there, and the first time I've ever been to Stonehenge. It was on the shortest day of the year. There's only 2 days out of the year you're allowed to touch the stones. The longest day of the year and the shortest day of the year. And
How
we have
powerful.
on the shortest day of the year. And I was all, like,
Yeah, there was people coming, dancing, banging the drums.
Yeah,
It was cool.
really.
oh, it was
I would love
fantastic.
I
Every
would love that.
painting and hugging rocks. It was fun. It was fun.
That's why Glastonbury would be my place that I would live.
We did that too.
Yeah, we
I
went
know
to
you
Glastonbury.
did. I know you did. Whenever I've looked at pictures, I'm like, that's my favorite place. Every single time
John
we go,
tried to
I
get
have
me
to
to
go.
drink holy water, like plumage
wow.
to the rocks or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody had taken a picture because I live in Virginia Beach and I have yet to meet Tariq, and he goes to the place that I worked at for about 4 years. He goes to the Edgar Casey Foundation. So talk about twin flames. Edgar Casey was the
Wow.
first noted psychic.
Wow.
So yes.
So
There's a
cool.
lot of magic that goes on there. So treat
It was a
posts
good
from
time.
Well,
there.
Harold, I'm going to boot you off because
Yeah.
you've been on there too
Okay.
long.
Sorry, didn't mean to take up all your time.
No, you deserved it. You've been fighting your way through. So thank you so
Okay.
much. Thank you so much for being so kind. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank
Shelly.
you, guys.
Bye, Carol. Thank you.
Oh, Shelly said, "Wait,
I
think
love her. She's so sweet.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Magic.
That's
Thank you
okay.
so
I
much for
was
hanging
texting
out
my
with us so long.
fiance. He's on the same time as John, so he wakes up now to text me. So
Yes.
he just went to bed. So
Aww.
yeah, he's in the Netherlands, so I understand exactly what you guys are going through. So
That means a lot. It's so cool to hear people who
Oh,
understand.
yeah.
So how is your distance closing?
He is already approved for his K1. He just he's a procrastinator, so he just
Like John. Oh, like John.
drives
It's a
me
European
insane.
thing.
Yeah, drives all women insane, right, John? Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets
So-
done. It gets done, doesn't it?
Ugh.
He was approved, I think, in February.
Wow.
So March, yeah, no, February, because his deadline is in August, and I think he's coming next month. So we'll see.
That's amazing. And then you're gonna get married in America.
Yeah, we're just gonna go to the courthouse. Pretty lame, but
No, it's not lame. You know what? Marriage is marriage. And if you want to get married to be married, that's like, sorry, verbiage. That's special in itself. Now you're husband and wife. And now you can take
Yeah.
your time because you have that. And now you can take
Mhm.
your time to build this amazing ceremony, this reception, whatever. There's no pressure anymore. You don't have to set a date to be married. You're done. You're married. And it's not lame. I like that idea. There's
yeah,
no-
we already had our honeymoon. We I went there in November, and we went to Paris and
You had
spent
your
a
honeymoon.
weekend there. So yeah, that was our
Oh.
honeymoon before the wedding. We called it. So
That's
Aw.
amazing.
yeah, it was
Well,
fun.
congratulations.
Yeah, he's a good
So-
guy. So
So when does he plan on coming here?
I think we're looking at June 20th. He had a couple bills he wanted to pay, and then he has to like do all this notices and let the country know he's leaving. I mean, there's a lot of politics. I
That's
guess.
like quitting. I'm like, you didn't come in work today. Yeah, I quit. Bye.
Yeah, I wish, but he likes his job. He doesn't want to just leave him dry. Understand.
Right. Oh yeah, totally.
But I want to tell you, John, congratulations on the soccer game. You
We
guys
won.
won. So you beat Holland yesterday in football. You're gonna let Holland win. They have never been to the championship. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
you don't know
John, oh my God.
it's a-
Shelby, let me tell you how lucky I am that John may have played American football back in the day, but he does not watch sports.
Ah,
I'm so excited about
I
the
like
fact that he
swimming.
doesn't watch
Never
sports. I'm like, baby, let's watch Chopped.
I
Let's
like
watch the
sport.
Food
I
Network.
like sport. I
Yeah.
like swimming. Never gonna watch people swim. Like, I like, yeah. It's like people like dancing. They don't like watching other people dance.
Yeah, huh? Have you ever seen So You Think You Could Dance? No, you haven't. But
they
you're
have
gonna. You're,
stars and all kinds of stuff.
yeah, huh? And American Idol. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's gonna watch that.
No, but what I'm saying is like I like playing American football, and I like
He doesn't like watching it. And hallelujah.
hallelujah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch sport.
Ooh, so I'll be like, all right, bedtime for me.
I'm looking
Well,
for an
the same thing with
endorsement from a brand.
It's that one right there. Whatever that is.
Is hallelujah.
Oh, that's Under Armour, I think. Isn't that what that shirt?
I don't know.
Oh God, what is this?
Yeah, that's Under Armour, I think it's called. I don't know. My kid wears that. She likes that stuff. So
Oh,
Oh,
Shelly, did you have a question?
yeah, hit
yeah,
us.
let me look at. I emailed it to you because I thought I was supposed to do that first.
You
I
are
just kind of
fine.
wanted to know, how do you guys, what sacrifices do you make to have a normal life dealing with this long distance of spending time together and still having your own personal lives that you have to live with, because you're separate and you're together dating, but are married, I guess. But how do you guys sacrifice your personal time and stuff like that? That makes sense.
Can I answer that, babe?
Yeah, babe.
Okay. John is a rare breed. John being 7 hours ahead of me, we tried when he, worked one particular job, I would try to call him every time I would leave or every time I would blow dry my hair. I'd get done blow drying my hair at 6 a.m. It would be his lunchtime. So I'd call him and we'd talk for 20 minutes. I'd try to call him on my way to work. He'd talk if he could, long story short, that didn't work out so well. John has completely reversed his entire life. So it's 8:14 p.m. for me. And although it is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 p.m., 3 a.m. Yeah, I count with fingers. 3 a.m. for him. It's really 8:14 p.m. for him because he's reversed his entire time zone for me. And I think John has brought up a good point that it's not the distance necessarily that's the hardest part. It's the time zone. If I fall asleep and he wakes up and then he falls asleep and I wake up and you never talk, there's no trust, there's no communication, there's no bonding. He's changed his entire world, his entire life to be in my time zone. We wake up together, we fall asleep together.
This morning as well. Her hairdryer woke me up.
Yeah, I do that on purpose because you do not wake up when I'm like, babe, hello, hello, hello. So he hates my hairdryer, but he's still on the phone when I'm awake. And I'm like, cool. So I put it in my bathroom, I take a shower, I'm hoping that might wake him up. Not always. And so I'm all...
Can I ask you a question? Like, living on Rachel's time zone is easy. The hard part, isn't this what Rachel was talking about? The hard part is when she drives home and it's 11:30 at night and I'm tired because I've been working all day out in the sunshine and I'm burnt and tired. And then Rachel gets home at 12:30 and then I go to sleep. And then she spends the evening alone, right? She feels that she's alone. She can't message me. I'm sleeping. Then I wake up an hour after she goes to bed. Then I'm waiting till 1 p.m. when she wakes up. And then I'm in the middle of my day. My energy levels are different. I'm like, hey, Rach, this happened, that's happened. I've missed you. And Rachel's just like, whoa, I've just woken up. But this way, we can wake up together. We can have a morning cup of coffee together. We can talk about our dreams. We can do all the normal stuff. Okay, and then Rachel gets ready and she's like, see you later. Then we spend an hour together on the drive to daycare and work. And, I get to spend some time with Lucy on the speakerphone on Bluetooth. So Lucy chats to me and we sing songs and, our lives are in sync. Like, we get home and even though we don't speak in evenings very often, I mean, Rachel doesn't have Ella tonight. Normally, Rachel does all the mum stuff with the girls. And then when Ella goes to bed, then Rachel calls me and then me, Ella and Rachel all talk, the three of us on speakerphone until bedtime.
I think what you meant to say is when Ella takes a shower is my whopping 10 minutes by myself. And so I call John and sometimes I'm like, shush, I'm watching Idol. And I just kind of put him down and he's just on the phone. John thinks we Americans watch too much TV. It might be true, but TV is...
Oh, no, the Netherlands do.
More than us?
Oh my God. My Michelle, I made him a shirt that says I love TV because he told me the only thing he needs when he gets here is internet, TV, and me.
Yeah. Hello.
I don't even watch TV.
No, John doesn't watch TV.
Yeah, you don't have TV.
What?
So when Ella gets a shower...
You asked about private. You asked about our personal lives. What do we sacrifice? Rachel is a mum that would be home with her kids. Like, I would have other stuff. If I wasn't with Rachel, I'd be working in the daytime, and in the evenings I'll be seeing my mates, dating, doing socializing stuff.
Going to the pub.
But I have got a wife. I have got a wife, and in the evenings I come home. Well, I stay home. In the evenings we're at home. Like, is what I'm trying to say. It's just like any other normal couple would spend a bit of evening together, would watch a bit of TV together, and then get into bed together. That's what we do.
Sometimes, as cheesy as this is, we video call sleep.
Really?
Yeah. And sometimes, like, because he's 7 hours ahead and it's midnight for me, it's 7 a.m. for him, and my phone is glowing, and it's really irritating.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
like sometime on the weekend when we have a late night, I'd go to bed at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it doesn't feel, because Rachel and the girls are my life. I don't feel like I'm sacrificing anything. My life changed.
And I find it, so to answer your question, how do we make this work? It, long story short,
We just do.
I feel like we're able to do this and not everybody is. And we're so lucky because we're able to, well, I don't know, he's changed his entire life around. He still makes money at the same time, you know, so it's not like he doesn't work. And yet he can still do this on my time zone, and I still have a full-time job, and I still have 2 kids, and we still have, he's always here. Any free time I have, which is a lot, unless I'm at work, you know, or at home with the kids, and I'm saying I'm rambling. He's just reversed his entire life around to fit mine, and anyone in a long distance relationship, it's not always possible for them to do.
It's hard. Yeah.
How do you, Rachel? How would, like, there is no temptation. People have spoken about temptation. Oh, temptation. Like, there is none. If a girl messaged me, emoji eyes, like, hey, I think you're hot, she get a big fuck off, right? I've got no problem with that, right? Like, disrespect my wife, disrespect my marriage, and think you can message me, you will get told to fuck off. Like, now, because I don't want that, I'm not interested. But people said, but you're not together, you could be. But I know that Rachel loves me.
You have to have that trust.
Well, and let me explain something. When people say, like, this isn't a real marriage, you're not really together. There was a point where I'm driving on the road. He's in my ears with my earbuds. And I'm like, la-da-da. I'm like, oh, babe, do you want to go see? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how it feels. That's how our entire relationship feels. I forget he's not here because he's here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, when you say that, and that's another thing, like, people say you look so much better without a beard. And I'm like, that's the point. I'm not trying to look better. My relationship with my wife is my words and my thoughts and my feelings, and they're in her ears. Rachel doesn't see my beard. She knows what I look like underneath the beard. And I don't need to wake up every day and think, oh, do you know what? I'll try and look better.
Fall in love with the personality first.
Yeah, and this is it. Rachel loves me.
Well, it's not even just personality. You're falling in love with someone's soul. You're falling in love with that person. I know his laugh. I know it sets him off. I know it makes him giggle. I know it makes him happy. And you get to know the person for the person without the distraction of anything physical. And is that people hold off on sex for a reason, right? They want to get to know them. They want to get to know what it's like, their personality, how well you're going to bond, if you're going to clash, how you're going to handle it. If you're going to argue, how you're going to handle it. And that is what we did for over a year and a half. And I knew I wanted to marry him. And I married him the second time I met him. Like, that's fucking weird.
That is kind of crazy, yeah. But I understand. Yeah. I almost did it too, but we decided to wait, so.
Well, to each their own.
Like
that's not a bad thing.
People said, like, my family said, my sister said, she said, well, why are you rushing to get married? Like, a piece of paper doesn't prove you love each other. I'm like, no.
That's not why we got married.
But we love each other. And we, more than anybody else I know, need a piece of paper that nobody else can take away from us.
Right.
Asking for permission for a K1 visa kind of made me feel like I was asking permission to marry Rachel. I grew up knowing my parents, everyone told me my whole life, you can marry whoever you want. I said, I want to marry Rachel. They said, no. like, I didn't want to ask for permission. I wanted to be Rachel's husband. The end. Like, and now we are legally married. Not the US government, not the British government. Nobody, no one can take that away from us. Not anybody. That's ours now. And we cemented and we galvanized our relationship by saying this is the real fucking deal. And then we got married, and then everyone was like, oh, I knew you guys were going to work out. Oh, did you?
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, we still have our share of haters, but
Yeah, we didn't get married because he would have to pay taxes on me in the Netherlands, even though I wasn't living there. He'd still have to pay taxes on the money I make. So that's why
really, that's ridiculous.
Wow.
Hi, Michelle, again. And so we're gonna try to make our own version of our own show and post it on YouTube. And so, as John was saying, maybe we can progress from there of other people because we do have the following, luckily, and maybe we can go from there and get other people who are in our same situation and try to promote their stories and give them a following and acknowledgement of what a long distance relationship is all about.
I think there's a lot of people.
you have the
There's a lot
same
of
language you speak, so that makes it easier. So
I think
What?
there's a lot of people that are in love.
same language. So
Who? Me?
yeah, John speaks our language.
The CUNT language?
You got to learn Dutch to
No.
Michael.
I don't know. So I just thought I'd add you so you can say
I
hello.
don't know.
to me.
Thank you. So, John, how has your mother adjusted to you changing your life, your time, and everything?
Ooh, good
Now, here's the
question.
thing, and this is the truth. I don't get in from get in from work with dinner on the table, and we don't sit down and watch TV together. Basically, she's like an old best friend. That
Why do you guys say old? I love your mama.
like an old best friend who our lifestyles and cultures don't mix. It's like, hey, and I do my bit, she does her bit, we see each other, we have a cup of tea together. That's it. Like,
Okay.
Like-
She doesn't hear like if you're on the phone and you guys are video chatting.
Sometimes there has been
Okay.
a time where he's like, whoa. And she's like, shut up. And he's like, no, I'm on the phone with Rachel. And that's just
with
kind of
headphones in, so I'm like,
quiet. And then they just go their separate ways.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
It happens.
I wondered how
I'm
that
like,
is.
I love you. She's like, I love you too. Then she goes away.
she doesn't miss it. Like, I sleep till 1 p.m. and she gets home from work at 2. And then I clean the house because we've got this guest house. So I clean the house for the next 4 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. And then I get guests in, see them in, do some of that. And then I start work, and then Rachel finishes work, and then Rachel gets home, then I do some more work, and then we wind it in and then go to bed. So it's
How long did it take you to adjust the different time?
like
A year
what?
and a half? No. Oh, adjust. Yeah. A week. I think it took, in the beginning of our relationship, we were on separate time zones for about a year. After we made it official, we were on separate time zones, maybe a year. I would wake him up. I'd call him at 4:30. Whenever I left at work, 4:30 is 11:30 p.m. his time. 5 p.m. is midnight. And I'd call him, he'd be like, and he would talk to me about like tying my shoes or some beach, like talking in his sleep. And it was rough.
Yeah.
Hard.
And we did our best. And then eventually he just transformed his whole life.
Right.
So
I-
it
Totally
really
makes
good.
sense.
took like a solid, oh God, it wasn't even that long, 6 to 8 months,
Oh,
maybe.
okay.
Maybe over exaggerating before he transformed everything. And we've been on the same time zone ever since.
Wow.
How
That's
are you
great.
going to adjust when you go there in 24 days, you said?
I will sleep. Oh, okay. Traveling 12 hours
Sucks.
with
Yeah,
a
that's crazy.
toddler, I'm exhausted.
Mhm.
Now,
It must be hard seeing that sitting there.
I purposely plan overnight flights. So, not just for me, because I'll be fine,
Makes
but for Lucy and everybody else on the plane. So I go to Chicago from here. So I think I go to Chicago around like 9 o'clock at night. Her bedtime is 7:30, 8 max. So she'll get really grumpy, she'll throw a fit, she'll scream, and she'll pass out. And then I pass out. And I wake up and we have 2 hours left. You know what I mean? So I
yeah.
purposely take night flights. Now, when we get there, we're 7 hours ahead. So we're in the afternoon, and nighttime comes a lot sooner. But there's jet lag.
Right.
was exhausted.
I was gonna say, how's Lucy?
But-
Best of that.
Here's
She
the thing.
adjusts pretty well.
Okay.
Because jet lag, I think.
Here's the thing, though. A jet lag baby can go to sleep and wake up in midday. Like I don't have to go to. Jet lag's only a problem if when you get to the other country, you need to be awake at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Right, exactly. You got
9
time
o'clock
to
in the morning,
rest.
2 o'clock in the morning. Like, so. But here's the thing. Rachel's on a flight, and it's going to be hard. She's going to have the baby. It's going to be nighttime. She can maybe get some sleep, maybe not.
Maybe.
Right? But from
Okay.
I've been living in Rachel's time zone. Then I need to drive to London. I need to get there early, get to the airport, get all the stuff, then pick Rachel. I'm just as jet lagged. Like
Aww, just as. Aww.
last time, and this is the thing. Last time I had to drive up to London the day before, get into a hotel, then Rachel.
Oh, you got to sleep the night before. Oh.
Then listen. After I spent a day traveling, getting listen, I didn't sleep when Rachel was on the flight. I didn't sleep. And then
You didn't sleep.
yeah. So basically, Rachel got some kip on the flight that was terrible, and I stayed awake. And then when I picked Rachel up, we don't have to like a 3-hour drive back to my. It's not. It's weird.
It's
that you're asking
exhausting
Rachel
for
about her-
all of us. Yeah.
It's weird that you're asking Rachel about her jet lag because everyone knows about jet lag. But when I'm in her time zone and I need to then be in my time zone for something, it's terrible. Like my life goes, everything gets messed right up.
I was gonna ask how far you just said how far from where you live to where you have to get to the
About
airport.
3 hours, 3.5 hours.
It's 2.5 hours.
Okay.
But we're with each other, so it's all right.
Right.
So
But-
it's not like normally the one person traveling gets jet lagged. When we both try and get to English time, it's
Mhm.
not very good. But Rachel was ill last time, so we slept
I
a
thought
lot.
I had the flu, like I thought I was gonna die.
Oh.
Yeah, so Rachel and Lucy slept a lot, which was great. Lucy slept great.
It was great. Was it great? Was it great?
Does England not change their time?
They do. You mean like the
Time change?
Like
spring
the time-
forward, backwards?
Yeah,
like
like we
but
have.
they're 2 weeks after us.
Right.
So
Okay.
there's like 2 weeks out of the year where we feel we're closer to each other because he's only 6 hours ahead.
Hours, yeah.
So
Which
cheesy.
is terrible because that 1 hour means that she's ringing me at 12 and my body's used to waking up at like 1 p.m. So I'm like, oh, it's like an hour earlier.
Yeah. It always throws people off, I think. I've had that issue.
Yeah, time zones are hard.
That hour difference, but you get adjusted and you have to readjust.
They should always give you the Monday off afterwards because you need a nap that day.
Right?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, that's true.
We should sign a petition.
I already have Mondays off, so I'm good.
Whatever.
That's my day. Michael and I talk all day, so we FaceTime that day. That's our day.
That's good. It's
Oh.
always good to have a dedicated time.
And Shelly, where are you living? What state?
I'm in Nebraska.
Oh, Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Okay.
Who lives in Nebraska?
Oh, that's where John just moved.
That's where John lives. John's famous.
John
now.
Yeah.
In Omaha?
He's
Yes.
yeah,
Oh my gosh. I'll have to send him a message.
Yeah.
I doubt he'll respond. He never has before,
Yeah,
but
but
I'm not big on
Drama.
reaching out and stuff, so
Yeah.
John
No,
Yates
he's-
texted me. He
Well,
was
you
coming
joined us today. How was it? Like when we posted that we were gonna like go live with some of the people that have supported us. Like, were you like, what did you think? Did you think it was gonna be like a bit mental? Like,
I thought there wasn't going to be good connection and I wouldn't get through. I thought everybody would be trying to get into it.
no, basically, I didn't send the link to people. It wasn't highlighted, was it? The link. I didn't activate the link, so people had to copy it into.
Oh,
the
I did
browser.
click on it. It was a hyperlink for me.
Oh, was it?
Well, see,
Yeah.
I had to message you, John, and you did respond. I
Yeah.
don't know what time. But
So
yeah,
you-
then it was highlighted.
Yeah, I messed it up.
Well, that was our first time. It was the first time.
And then I
we've done
thought I'd never been on Zoom, so I pulled out my big computer laptop.
Oh.
Let me get on the big one because my phone's too small.
Well, what we've recorded is probably a lot of junk and a lot of chat, but I have got an editor and I'm trying to learn how to edit stuff. So I'll probably condense it down to like good conversation, good answers, little bits of different people, make a little video, and then I can put it on YouTube because we don't get paid from YouTube.
You're so
But,
cute.
but that's
I
our
like
plan.
it. It's cool.
And it was really nice to see different people, but I was really conscious of like time because I thought, okay, I don't know how many people I think like 30 people responded. I thought that'll only be like 5 minutes each. And then I don't know if they responded and thought it was going to go live on YouTube. I don't know what they thought, but
That's what I was concerned about.
30 plus people did not join. So.
Oh, really?
but I'm not sure if that's because they didn't realize what they were supposed to do.
Yeah. Once I got on the link on my laptop, it brought me to the actual Zoom.
So was it quite easy?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Because I was
That's why.
there's 2 systems with Zoom. There's a meeting which you can have lots of people talking, and there's a webinar where you can have people like panelists, me and Rachel, and then viewers.
Yes.
But to make you speak, I have to make you a panelist. So you probably got a bar along the bottom, which is the same as Rachel's at the moment. So
Yeah.
you probably chuck me out, end the thing, share your own screen, like.
I can delete you out.
Yeah, probably. So I was a bit worried that it wouldn't work. So this was a massive test. Now we've done it. I think we could do it again much better. Like,
Oh,
we
yeah.
know how to add people, take people off. And
Because-
once people see like a little video of us talking to people who've supported us, when people see
Yeah.
that,
It's
They
very
go, "Oh,
personal and it means a lot.
oh, it's just been really nice to speak to people. And people were so kind, weren't they, Rach?
Yes, they were.
Oh, how cute.
Oh, my bear. He's the poop machine.
Oh my God. Really? You can't show me fuzzy people.
He
Yeah.
wants to go outside, so he's kind of begging.
Or people
Cute.
just funny. God, cute.
Very cute. My cat's sleeping.
The cat acts like a dog. He fetches.
Oh, yeah.
Mars here. Oh my lordy, guys, we got another.
Mara, I caught you.
We caught you. It's like fishing.
How's your sink, Mara?
Oh.
Mrs. Kelly,
Oh,
Michelle.
how is your sink? Unmute. Mara, we can't hear you. John,
Hello, Mars.
Unmute. Unmute. Oh,
There's no
Uh-oh.
live menagerie.
what's that? Oh, it's not your
All my
sink.
animals.
Oh.
Aw, fuzzy.
I just want to say goodnight and sorry we were too late to speak to you earlier before your sink blew up and you got
Have
condoms
you
in
gotten
you.
your sink fixed? That's not very British. Have you gotten your sink fixed?
Yeah, my sink will be fixed in the morning.
Oh, good.
Anyway, this was fun. You did a great job with it and all. So
Wow,
thank
this
you
was a
so much for all
practice
this.
trial kind of, but thanks for sticking around to the end and talking to us. We really wanted to do this.
Yeah. So
And
my
really easy
questions were going to be
Excuse me.
musical related, but we'll do that another time. You
Oh,
did a good job. Thank you both.
thank you.
Thank you guys
All
for
right.
sticking around even through our errors and all that stuff. You guys are amazing.
I think it went good.
Mar went up, but Mar went bye bye.
So yeah. So what time is it? This
I was just gonna say, so
must be late where you are.
I'm in New York, Rochester, so it's
Oh
10:40.
God, it's 10:42. Oh my God, it's only 8:42, and I have a field trip to go to tomorrow with my oldest, so I get to sleep in the winter. Woo-hoo.
What will that be about?
I don't know. Just go to Natural History Museum. It's all
Oh,
kinds of boring. But her dad doesn't work; he volunteers, and I work full time, so I don't get to do that very often. And since my birthday was on Monday, my job counts your birthday as a paid holiday.
Oh, nice.
I get
That's
to take
nice.
it off, and Mondays are off limits. So like perfect, because my daughter has a field trip on Friday. I call it; it's mine. So I get to go on this field trip and get paid for it. So
Very
it's a
cool.
double win.
There you go.
I never get to go on field trips with her.
Amazing.
So
What
very
grade is she
It
in?
was like, John, I'm going to have a field trip tomorrow. So if I don't speak to you or the phone cuts out because we lose connection a lot, half the time, I wake up in the morning and the call's ended. And Rachel's like, if I don't ring you, don't panic. Don't call the
don't
FBI.
call the cops is what I tell him because he always like, Rachel, where are you? You need to wake
Right.
up. I'm sleeping in. He's like, 911, 911.
Oh,
Ella is 9. She is finishing up freaking 3rd grade.
wow.
That is so weird for me because I just had her
Oh,
9 years ago.
That's-
So,
And my youngest is 14. She'll be driving this year, and
oh, stop
that's
it. I
volleyball.
can't. I
And she's
can't.
a
I don't
shot
want to
player,
do
so I
well,
I-
mine's 2.
Yeah, when she's 9, you'll understand. So she's going into the 4th grade. She's talking about boys, and I'm like, no,
Oh,
no, you're 9. I'm like, no. So like, it's just so weird for me
What's the
because I don't
point?
know how to handle it.
get a few more years.
yes,
Mine's already
exactly.
going on dates and stuff,
This
so
is another reason why John has to get here because I can't handle 2 girls myself. So he needs to hurry up, right?
All right, I will hurry up. But thank you, girls.
You
Please.
look amazing.
you.
though.
Oh, thank you.
No,
Thank
you guys, thank you. You guys have been amazing.
It's been really nice.
Yeah, I look forward to doing this again.
Yes,
Just watching all your YouTube videos.
maybe we could all get that weird game piece or like this.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, we could all do that at the same time.
all that.
That was so much fun.
That was funny.
And John posts that. It's just the most amazing smile.
I just tried to make another person a panelist when I put Mara up. You can have 5 panelists.
I see the bottom now. It's got more on here.
Yeah.
So
So-
boo.
So yeah, there's 4 of us. Okay. 3 chat.
We're it. All 4 of us. So thank you guys.
yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Sorry for adding you and ignoring you for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
No, we did not ignore you. We didn't ignore, and we did our best.
I had to log out and then log back in, and then I log back in, and I'm up there, so it's just weird.
I
Yeah.
think when we
Trial
first got on, each of us had the muted button was off.
Yeah.
So I think we all went through that.
Well, I think
yeah.
that was an option. It said mute on entry. And I was like,
Yeah.
that sounds like a good idea.
Just in case the a-hole comes in, I hate you guys.
What was that?
What was that? What?
I think this is really good, Rach. I think this could be something that we do, and I'd like to do. more.
Definitely, yeah.
Absolutely. I think we should also find another long distance game that we could play that's funny. So
Oh yeah.
maybe with people. Pictionary. Guys, we should do Pictionary.
That'd be hard.
We can get Paola and Russ on as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Out. So thank you guys. It is kind of late, especially.
Yeah, I'm at 45 minutes past my bedtime.
Oh.
Here. I still have to get up early, even for a field trip. So
Good night, Kelly. Good night, Michelle.
thank
All
you.
right. Nice
Thank
to
you. It's nice to meet you
Good
both.
night. All right.
guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna see if I can finish this.
Bye.
It's just you and me now, Shell.
Oh, I'm gone now.
Oh.